Well, hello, dear tutor. I hope that you are very fine. My name is Edwin Lobon Alban, and I'm gonna present. And firstly, I'm gonna show the code evidence that is right here. This is a video, right? The topic that we're gonna cover right now is about stress, healthy, and the weather we are covering, the environment we're living in. And I don't know, maybe we're gonna implement some vocabulary about food cooking, sports, whatever, right? Well, it will take, it will take, let me see, it will take 2 to 5 minutes, just a little bit. Well, I'm wasting time. I'm gonna go into the right thing. Okay. Well, this is Edwin Alban who is speaking right now. This is my tutor name is Melissa Hernandez Blanco. This office in English, in Korea, technology, networking, and cybersecurity. Well-being in academic and work environment, an essential guide to a balanced and productive life. Right. So, I have brought a picture here that is regarding to how we can control if we could control our life, but what how could be we could be able to do that as Dr. Strange does. He maybe implement meditation. He's a doctor, but he know how to care of his body very well. So we have to take into account that we know ourselves how he can go up and on down. How can we like understand all of the environment, the food we're eating, the place we're going, the water we're drinking. If we are not do, if we are done, if we are not doing exercises well, then how to take action based on that things or those things. Okay, let's go to the first page. I don't know what time is right now. I don't know. Just in 2 minutes. Well, understanding well-being, this picture is related to how well-being is important to many of us. How we can uh, be able to understand the physical aspect and the mental aspect. The physical aspect, how we can able to control our way to eating fast food, garbage food, and how could be able uh, uh, to take action for that thing. For example, eating vegetables, drinking water, right? And mentally, how to be able to meditate, like uh, even the exercises are so important because exercises can improve our mental state, right? Let's go to the next thing. Nutrition fueling your body is so important because when you eat, what you eat is what you are. If you eat something that is medical, garbage, fast food, hamburgers, hot dogs, ultra processed food, that will cause us negative consequences, and noise negative is fatal consequence in the future in our life. So how we can handle that? We can avoid and replace those foods in order to feed for real, feeding for real, but not for um for a fantasy. Because when we are it's this thing like hamburgers, hot dogs, whatever it could be, so we are just giving ourselves that fantasy that we're eating something good, but it's not real. It's something that it will affect us in a fatal way. You can produce cancer. You can have cancer. You can get, for example, bacteria in that, I don't know, infection or a fatal illness in your body. And mentally also can affect that way. It affect everybody. It's in a holistic way that we can think about it because it's integrate all of the things in one thing. So we could be able, we we could have so fatal consequences, even the productive way, or the productive in a productive way, or even in a personal way. So take take into account that thing. Let's go to another bed. I don't know how many times it is. 5 minutes. I will take these 7 minutes or 8 minutes to complete this. Well, physical activity, energizing your life. When we do activities like this, we're doing our body um, the space to relax, to eliminate all of these things that is on our in our body, like I don't know how to explain it, like toxins in our body that are being caused by the food we're eating, like fast food, hamburger, hot dogs. When we eat those things, our toxin, or when we can get oxide in our body. Oxide is like oxide, or it's oxide. Our body oxide, and you cannot release those things that you get through this food and the mental stress as well. So take into account training, running, whatever it could exercise could be, is better to eliminate all of the toxin, all of the things that are is all of the things that are causing you the negative, uh, um, the negative causes or consequences that it can have when you do that thing, right? The next one is mental well-being, cultivating inner peace. The mental well-being for me is like knowing your mind, knowing that the mind has all of the many stages. When you give the mind the state to be in peace, you will have you control over all of them you are working on. For example, if you are in a working place and you have peace, you can do a good performance in your job. You can think better, take action in or take good act good take good I don't know how to say, take good steps to do that thing in a good way without committing mistakes in the road. And also, for example, personally, when you are at home with your family, you have kids, you have children, what will happen when you don't have peace? When you don't have peace, you cannot be able to handle those difficult situations that can manifest in in our life. For example, children are may loud, or they scream, they yell, and you get frustrated, and you work, and the next day will be so badly. So that thing, for that thing, we have to meditate. We have to stay calm, meditate, breathe, to you control your breathing, feel your breathing out or in. You have when you have, for example, when you have something that is causing you a lot of mind, a lot of the negative thought, you are obsessive, you have thought, anxiety. What we do is to think, not think in mind, but think outside. It's extra extrospection. You touch your hands, you feel your skin, you feel your hand, and that in that way you can be able to focus on out and not in. But important, you have to go to a psychiatrist, and to psychologists in order to do the good steps, take medicine, whatever you can do. This is important to come over this problem, right? To get just to overcome this problem. Let's go to the next one. Let me tell you this. 90 minutes, 9 minutes. Healthy and productivity. Healthy and productivity are one. You are not healthy, you are not productivity, because you get sick, and people, industry or businesses don't want a sick man, a sick woman, sick man, sick woman, whatever, whoever could it be. You are not well positioned in a company if you are not healthy. That's why all of the steps we're covering right now have to be implemented in order to avoid these problems in the future. Well, let's go to my well-being journey during challenging academic project for the mental breaks. Okay, this is important because when you have breaks, for example, now I'm doing this video, but I just try I did or I made all of this presentation for you. But if I don't have time to take a break, so I not be able to handle all the tasks in the future, or now 1 hour later, or 2 hours later, or tomorrow. I have to take calm to just take a deep breath, go to play the guitar, and then I continue with other stuff. Or I talk with my mom, with my siblings, but that's the key in order to handle these things when we are doing a lot of work at home, even in a job. And then I take all of this information for Harvard Health Publishing. I watch some videos there. And healthy eating, healthy way. If you eat a lot of food, garbage, even healthy food can kill you. But if you don't eat this kind of food like garbage food, like I have mentioned before, so it will be better to eat normally the good food, the healthy food, but normally with no making you feel like you have to eat a lot of things because you are eating healthy. You mean that you have to eat a lot of food of this. That it doesn't make sense, because the more you eat, the more your body can not eliminate this if you don't do exercise as well. So thank you so much. I hope this video can help you to grow in those areas that maybe we don't understand, because I have experience in that way, because I have anxiety, a little talk, and I have overcome these things, this illness, through meditation, doing exercises, be empathetic, all the things that can help me to improve, or to stay calm, or to stay productive at the same time. So this is a good key that I'm telling you. So thank you so much, and see you next time. Thank you, teacher.